which daily habits or routines do you recommend for mental clarity?
We in Ayurveda always dinacharya or daily routine has been given utmost importance. If we talk about Ashtanga Hridayam, one of the classical texts of Ayurveda, the second chapter itself talks about the routines which we need to practice. The first one is about the concepts and how Ayurveda was born. The second itself is talking about the daily routines or the daily practices. So, Ayurveda has very intelligently inculcated mental wellness with the physical wellness. What our acharyas or scientists of ancient times or rishis did, they inculcated mental clarity along with the physical routines. So, when we do a bathing, if we just take a bath or take a shower, it not only has a physical benefit, it also has a mental benefit. So, right from taking the bath, it helps us to clear our kapha. Kapha in the morning, what does it make us feel? Kapha makes us feel a little lethargic, makes us feel foggy for everyone, not only for those who are suffering from any mental challenge, but for anyone who wakes up in the morning and suddenly, if you have to do a calculation, it would be very difficult, right? So, as soon as we wake up, there is a lot of kapha. And to clear that, scrape that kapha off, is what we mean by mental clarity in the morning by daily routines. So, as soon as we wake up, the very first thing acharyas have told we should do is contemplate about the body. The moment we wake up, we are sitting on the bed or lying down on the bed, we start to think about our body. Yes, our body is there. Yes, we have woken up. There are so many people who sleep but don't wake up, right? So, the very fact that we have woken up is the very first thought we should have as per Ayurveda. And then we start to do the cleanse. The cleanse starts from our malatyaga. Malatyaga means defecating properly, urinating properly, expelling all the toxins which we have accumulated overnight. Then it starts dantadhavana, the oral hygiene. Now, this is where things get interesting. Oral hygiene is very well linked to our mental hygiene. The moment we do kavala, kavala is oil pulling or decoction pulling. We are basically cleansing not only our oral cavity, but also our mind. Because that is the kapha which is accumulated there. Kapha is the sticky, is the toxin matter which is there on our tongue, on our cheeks, and is also in our mind, in our brain. Right? The right amount of kapha is helping us also. But in the morning, we need to scrape it off. So that's what we do. Oral hygiene there. Oil pulling or decoction pulling or even rinsing our mouth with warm water helps. Then after that is taking care of our teeth. There also mental hygiene is there because the rasa which is used to take care of our teeth, that is katu tikt kashayam, astringent, bitter, and spicy. Katu tikt kashayam. But nowadays, our toothpastes, most of them are sweet, or there are also toothpastes which are salty. But what do? They don't help us to properly scrape off that kapha from the mouth and from the brain. So our oral hygiene is connected to our mental hygiene. Then, what other practices? After all these physical practices are done, then it is recommended to come for directly mental hygiene, and that is where yoga and pranayam come in. By yoga, we do a physical from yam, niyam, pranayam, asana. Then we go to asana, we move our body. Movement is very much necessary. And then we go inwards through meditation. So these are certain set of practices which we definitely recommend that should be there in our daily routine. And along with this, one another beautiful one I would definitely like to mention is self massage with the right kind of oils. It charges our body, it reduces the vata also, and it takes care of nourishment also. So once we have done all the scraping off, all the expulsion of the doshas, all the expulsion of the toxins, then we start to nourish. Then that's where it's ideal. So yes, to answer your question, these are the practices I would recommend for mental and physical hygiene. But this is where things are interesting that Ayurveda combines these both.
Thank you, Dr. Anirudh. Very informative, and I love how practical all those suggestions are.